Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm keeping Mike awake.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
Together we are the Office Blokes.
Keeping Mike awake.
Awake.
Oh, sorry, I was in the middle of a yawn when
He's yawning.
Started kicked off.
Now everyone watching's going to yawn.
Maybe. Let us know in the comments section if you yawned when Mike yawned. We have a competition and a new one. So the last competition for that really sexy bright orange polo shirt went to OG or OG Demo, however it's said. Now you can win a £1.50 t-shirt with a sticker. All you got to do is head to our Family Guy
Just one
British jokes reaction and just type British and make sure you're subscribed. That's it. Easy.
Simple as that.
Yeah, couldn't be easier, could it?
No.
We just, we want everyone in the world wearing one of these at some point, don't we?
Possibly.
Need to get shift on with the printing then, don't we?
Yep, absolutely.
I probably won't wear one.
I can't see me wearing one either, to be honest.
That would be great if you were wearing that.
I don't know. Embarrassing.
Anyway, right, 10 people you'd never want to mess with.
Mike's definitely on here.
I was going to say 3 in this room anyway, isn't it? So, yeah.
He messed with you in what way?
Like booping things and tickling things and flicking things.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Stroking and grabbing and kissing and a cuddling. Let's do it. 10 people you'd never want to mess with. Let's go for it.
There are certain people you don't want to mess with. These super tough contenders are the kind of people who've dedicated their lives to becoming the most skilled, athletic, or just all-around powerful people in any room they walk in. There aren't many people who could easily take them on, and today we're going on a journey to get better acquainted with some of these hardcore humans. Not just to marvel at their abilities and physiques, but also so you know not to ever get on their bad side if you come across them. Ready to have your mind blown by some serious displays of skill and strength? Let's get it on! Blessing Awodibu. When it comes to keeping an online following entertained, nobody can top the antics of Blessing Awodibu. The Irish influencer wasn't satisfied with just his 2 Arnold Classics and 4 International Federation of Bodybuilding titles, and so Instagram was where he turned. Amassing an ardently following of a few thousand can usually be attained by anyone with a good enough physique, and at 245 pounds of lean muscle, Awodibu has without a doubt got that under his belt. But to get into the millions like Blessing, you've got to have a little something extra to keep people invested. The bodybuilding Adonis regularly creates loads of gut-busting sketches and viral videos that garner millions of global views, like the time he realized there was a CCTV camera recording him at the grocery store and took to flexing his competitive poses for the enjoyment of whomever was monitoring the feed. Still, having a sense of humor isn't at all going to confuse anyone watching these videos. Just because Blessing Awodibu can and will make you laugh,
I'm in love with his Brody.
There's no mistaking that this man is an absolute beast, and with a build like his, nobody is going to try making him the butt of the joke anytime soon. Gigaguru.
I've never heard of him.
No, me neither.
Big lad, isn't he?
Absolute unit.
Unit, yeah.
I actually weighed myself for the first time in ages last night, and I weighed 245 pounds as well. So you can decide in the comment
Pretty
section who's more jacked.
Yeah.
I hide it well, but...
Gigaguru is a man who walks around calling himself a ninja, and there is nobody on earth who would dare to tell him otherwise. As a young boy, his parents signed him up for Taekwondo classes, and he's never looked back since. But of course, you don't make this list for being satisfied with mastering just one martial art, and Giga went on to master Thai boxing, karate, and Krav Maga. Following his dream of being a true ninja, Giga got into gymnastics and parkour and has crafted his own fighting style, the flashy one with all the flips you're seeing on your screen right now, out of his vast pool of skills to create a very unique and very deadly style all his own. Gigaguru shows that the human body can be pushed to unthinkable limits with enough determination, as you can see with him punching a concrete floor and a tree like they're just simple punching bags without even flinching. Unless you're tougher than concrete, I'd say it's best to steer clear of messing with Gigaguru. Ong Bak in real life.
He's a bit, wasn't he?
When people want to learn to fight, they usually hit something soft to get warmed up, like a punching bag or a training dummy. But Tony Jaa is not some people. No.
Have you ever seen Ong Bak?
No.
I used to be really into this guy's movies, Tony Jaa, years ago, and he's like just martial arts and next level.
Yeah.
I've not even thought about any of the movies for years, but Ong Bak is an absolute classic.
Was he the Karate Kid?
No.
fact, he's a Muay Thai master who prefers hitting tree trunks and bending steel beams with his kicks over something as simple as a punching bag. Ja makes a living through his mastery over the martial art, working in movies and TV shows as a stunt double and fight choreographer for action scenes. And it's not hard to see why casting directors pick him for their roles. But believe me, these videos of him training are far from movie magic. Oh no, they're the real deal. Tony Jaa can do that in real life, and that's what he can do to a tree. Imagine what would happen if he were to punch you. No thank you. I'm alright never knowing what that tree just went through. The video is more than enough for me to know that you should never try any funny business with this Muay Thai master. Martin Ford. If you're a casting director looking for someone to fill the role of a very scary, very big dude who looks like he rips people's heads off for breakfast, one look at Martin Ford and your search could not be over more quickly. It isn't hard to see where the British bodybuilder got his nicknames Nightmare, Hulk, and perhaps most fittingly, the Beast. I mean, just look at him. With his massive physique and intimidating tattoos, this is the guy you'd want to hire if you're in the market for a bodyguard.
Have we seen him on something?
I know. I've
really
seen him.
familiar.
Yeah, same. But I know his name as well.
Can he kickbox? Like, has he been in a movie kickboxing at some point?
I wouldn't have seen that.
Not sure.
He's very familiar looking, but he's an absolute beast.
His name's
isn't he?
familiar to me.
Yeah.
And his face.
Either way, be sure not to let that fool you, because Martin Ford has another nickname that he's very well earned: the scariest man on earth. On top of his extreme passion for bodybuilding, Ford can really move, and he's slated to make a debut in mixed martial arts according to some sources. I'd hate to be the guy they put up against him though, because I'm smart enough to know Martin Ford is someone you should never ever mess with.
It's like a movie.
J.D. Anderson. In the world of bodybuilding, strongmen stand out as some of the most fearsome contenders the world has to offer. And even among strongmen, J.D. Anderson is revered on a whole nother level. The strongman has pulled off some absolutely inhuman feats as nothing more than a warm-up, such as snapping baseball bats in half or rolling up steel frying pans with his bare hands. But that's just JD getting started. I mean, what does this guy even eat to have power like that? Oh, phone books, I guess. But if somehow that isn't enough to show you that you should not be messing with this guy, then let me tell you about J.D. Anderson's very cool nickname, the Iceman. No, it isn't because he ices people, although he very clearly could if he wanted to.
They're all from like Iceland, aren't they? All the
a lot of the strongmen are, aren't they?
Yeah. Ever since I was a kid, I used to watch World's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And even now, when if it's on, I'll flick it on and watch it.
Yeah, you get a few from that neck of the
But
woods.
they're always
definitely.
Icelandic.
Yeah.
Oh, big strong ones.
I think they're just like pure bloodline Vikings, aren't they?
Is that why he's called Iceman? Because he's from Iceland.
I think it's because it showed him diving through loads of ice on America's
Is that
Got
what it
Talent
is?
a minute
Right,
ago.
yeah.
Right.
Instead, Anderson holds a very unique world record, one for breaking the most solid slabs of ice with his head.
My question is, what the hell?
Now just imagine if your body were these blocks.
No! God, please, no! No!
Edward Hawthorne. As a police officer in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and veteran of the United States Armed Forces, it's definitely a good thing that this dude is on our team. Because with physical prowess like his, he could very well be a straight-up supervillain. While sadly there doesn't seem to be any footage of Edward taking down criminals, there's plenty of clips of his insane workouts, and, well, you can just let your imagination fill in the blanks. I mean, do you really want to run from a cop who can chase you just as quickly on his hands as on his feet? Most criminals probably just turn themselves in when they find out Officer Hawthorne is on their case, because not even the most hardened thug can hope to challenge the world's most fit police officer. Many of his co-workers have even taken to calling him the super cop, and it's easy to see why. We're happy to say that with a real-life superhero watching their backs, the people of Pittsburgh can rest easy. But I can't exactly say the same for the Outlaws. Isao Machi. Of all the ancient warriors throughout history, the ninja has always been arguably the most entrancing of them all. With near legendary mastery over stealth and incredible skills in hand-to-hand and weapon-based combat, it's no wonder why someone like Isao Machi would dedicate their lives to becoming the ultimate modern embodiment of the ninja. Among his incredible displays of swordsmanship are his various world records, including the most martial arts katana cuts to a tatami mat, a mat with a density comparable to human bone, as well as the fastest 1,000 martial arts sword cuts. On top of all that, he also holds the record for the fastest sword swing in the world. In 2013, Isao shocked the world by cutting a flying bullet in half.
Wow.
go that way. Oh, that was amazing.
Reacting to a BB gun fire directly at him in time to cut it required a reaction speed of over 158 kilometers per hour. If you're ever going to pick a fight, believe me, Isao Machi has more than proven he is the wrong opponent to mess with. Half-board.
I love it when someone's just mastered a craft like that.
Yeah, he's got the fastest sword swing in the world. I've never swung a sword. I might be able to beat him.
And,
Have you?
It's possible.
That's
No,
it.
I've not actually.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not been disproven at this point, has it?
That's what I'm saying,
So
yeah.
it's plausible.
And you know how many people haven't swung a sword?
Absolutely, yeah.
I imagine a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
So there might be loads of people quicker than him,
Yeah.
including us.
Yep.
It's possible.
Dave's probably swung a sword.
Yeah.
Only when I go for a piss.
That's a hammer.
Or Julius Bjornsson. With a name like Halfbjord, you should already expect this
He's
man to be
Icelandic.
something of a
Gotta be.
demigod. In case this is somehow your first.
He's the one that was in Game of Thrones, isn't he?
Oh, he is.
That was
yeah.
the mountain.
Right. I
Yeah,
don't watch
you're
Game
right.
of Thrones, so I don't know.
There's footage of Conor McGregor sparring with him.
Really?
Yeah, and the size difference is just unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a big lad and he's about
Yeah.
7 foot, is he, or something,
Something
like that?
like
Over 7
that.
foot, big, isn't he?
First time on the internet after living under a rock for a decade.
What did you say?
Halfbjord played the Mountain in the HBO series Game of Thrones, and, well, I think you can see why they'd cast him for a character with that name. Halfbjord is an absolute giant, measuring in at 6'9" and weighing an unbelievable 441 pounds of pure muscle. And as of 2019, he can add strongest man alive to his already very impressive resume. In order to maintain his Norse godlike physique, Bjornsson takes in an unbelievable 10,000 calories a day, or the equivalent of 18 Big Macs. When he isn't acting or training to be the literal strongest man on the planet, Halfbjord likes scenic walks through his native home of Iceland. It's nice to see that someone that fearsome has a softer, gentler side, but definitely don't let that confuse you. He is not someone you would ever want to get on the wrong side of, because it's a pretty big side. Tony Sentmanet.
He's an absolute monster.
Yeah,
He
looks
looks
it.
Beast, isn't he?
Looks it.
Yeah.
And like I say, when they do these World's
World's
Strongest Men,
man.
they're always like, say, always Icelandic, but look at the size of him, though. 6'9".
I know.
400
Come against
pounds.
someone like that, you think, gee, come on.
That's superhuman levels of strength, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see them like, the lifting shit that you think that doesn't
It's
make
ridiculous,
sense.
isn't it? It's
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous, some of
Yeah.
the weights that they can lift up.
If you've ever considered a life of crime, I think this next absolute beast of a cop might make you think twice. Meet Tony Sentmanet, the Miami-born Marine who sends terror down the spines of criminals everywhere. Tony enlisted in the Marine Corps straight out of high school and showed such prowess in combat that he was put into an elite mission squad, with whom he carried out special operations all over the world. Once he retired from the military, though, Tony hadn't quite seen enough action, and he decided to become a police officer, and, well, let's just say he wasn't giving out parking tickets for long. With his elite background, the extreme Marine was quickly promoted to running SWAT teams, contending with some of the most dangerous law enforcement operations around without breaking a sweat.
Wow.
Tony is a master of several forms of martial arts and competes in MMA tournaments regularly, as well as being a special operations weapon expert, meaning he can take you down from long or short range. He even won Officer of the Year in Miami. To be fair, if this was the cop coming after me, I'd probably just turn myself in, because I definitely wouldn't be able to sleep ever again. Timman.
What do you think is the motivation for these absolute units?
It's very addictive, I've heard.
You think?
Yeah. I think certainly bodybuilding is
Yeah.
addictive, isn't it? It certainly can be. That's a big part of it.
I know a woman that was a bodybuilder.
Right.
It's like she used to be in competition. Just looking at her now, you wouldn't have no idea. So I think, and then she showed me a picture once, and I was like, "That's not you." She went, "It is. I used to bodybuild in competitions."
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh my god!"
Wow.
She was like built like these.
Yeah.
It's just he's like exceptional amongst exceptional people. So he's not just good enough for him to be special forces at some point. He's
Yeah.
got to be like up there.
Yeah, they challenge themselves constantly, don't
Yeah.
they?
Yeah. That's it. It's just the mentality they've got, I suppose, isn't it? Won't be the best.
Just get out of bed and it's like how can I just fucking push it even more today?
Yeah,
every
change the
single
world
day.
today. Yeah.
Units.
There are plenty of skilled martial artists all over the world, but Timman stands out as a true warrior among the rest. Born
I remember him from somewhere over the rainbow.
In Switzerland, Tim started training martial arts at the young age of 8 and he never looked back. He's mastered a handful of different styles since then, including Taekwondo, Wushu, American, and Thai boxing. Placing third as the reigning Taekwondo champion in his home country of Switzerland should be more than enough to convince most people that this is not someone they want to be messing with. After developing a fascination with Hong Kong-based martial arts films, Tim began studying gymnastics and acrobatics, as well as starting a career in cinema himself. It wasn't long before his hard work and talent got noticed, and it wasn't long before Tim officially got to live out his dreams of working full-time in cinema and perfecting his unmatched martial
There you go. He was in The Wizard of Oz.
arts skills. Psst, hey, you still there? Well, since you made it this far, here are all the shout-outs we promised everyone that...
Done.
Is that the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, just
Some units there.
Oh,
Beast
just a
of
bit.
people in there.
Yeah, you'd want them on your side, wouldn't you? Without a doubt.
Yeah, all of them.
I just love to see people like that are just like next level humans.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if they're running from something or towards something, but whatever it is, it's just turning them into absolute monsters,
Takes
isn't it?
a lot of hard work and dedication, isn't it, getting to that level?
The ones I like
Physical
are the ones
fitness
that, like the police officers that do it. And
Yeah.
they have a career doing something else, but they maintain that, but they want to be a police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and like you say, you don't want to be running from them.
No.
Absolutely not, no.
You won't get far.
But he's probably a proper pro at his job as well,
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
It seems like
Oh,
the type
I bet,
that,
yeah.
like to the T,
Yeah.
would take his
Yeah.
job seriously.
Organised.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely massively, yeah. But like say, he got promoted to like head of the SWAT teams, didn't he? That one of the guys there, you know, pretty quickly. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Brilliant.
So
Nice.
you need.
Hope you guys enjoyed it too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next
Cheers,
one.
guys.
Cheers.